smell what the Rock is cooking. The Rock says, the Rock says, the Rock says, the Rock. Voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. London calling to the faraway towns. Now war is declared and battle come down. London calling to the underworld. Come out of the cupboard, you boys and girls. London calling, now don't look to us. Phony Beatlemania has bitten the dust. London calling, see we ain't got no swing except for the rain and the truncheon thing. The ice age is coming, the sun's zooming in. Meltdown expected, the wheat is going thin. Engines stuck on him, but I have no fear, 'cause London is drowning. I live by the river.
For the second time within a couple of months, London is calling for the wrestling world. Welcome to the AEW Wrestling Talk Show with Rhys Jones and
Sean Smith. As we said, AEW will be all in at Wembley Stadium.
this will be the first time in 30 years that the wrestling show has come live from Wembley Stadium, and probably won't be the last within a couple of years. No, it's WWE. But as AEW brings its second to flagship show to the UK, following the success of Clash at the Castle
Copyright.
and then Money in the Bank.
Copyright.
Wrestling is heating up again in the UK, so we have 9 matches taking place on the main card of All In, but 2 matches taking place on the buy-in or / pre-show, which another company has stopped doing.
So the first buy-in match will be a match for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles, as Aussie Open of Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher will be defending their championships against Better Than You, baby, of MJF and Adam Cole.
This match is a very interesting one considering what's coming up later, and we'll get to that in a little while later.
Yes.
The second pre-show match will see a rematch from the Dynamite episode of Blood and Guts, in which Jack Perry defeated Hook for the FTW Championship,
shattering Hook's undefeated streak in the process, as well as taking the FTW Championship.
And of course, Hook, as is most cases in wrestling, has a rematch clause. On the main card, we have the Revival, or FTR, defending the AEW World Tag Team Championships against the Young Bucks of Matt and Nick Jackson.
Now, I heard you say that word, so I'll be right.
Now, this match could play out very differently than it would have done a couple of weeks ago, considering that half of FTR got himself in a little bit of legal trouble about a week ago.
Yes, Cash Wheeler was arrested not too long ago for assault with a firearm. So whether this may affect FTR's title chances, that remains to be seen. We'll have to see what Tony Khan has in store.
Next, we have a four-way, or fatal four-way as they are more commonly known as, match for the AEW Women's World Championship, as Hikaru Shida defends against Toni Storm, the hometown girl, well, not quite hometown, but home country girl, Paige.
Copyright, it's Saraya.
And Mrs. Cole, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Now, me and my colleague reckon that there might be a possibility, because she's in her own country, that Saraya might win the match, and also factor in that Saraya and Toni Storm are in a tag team together at the moment, known as the Outcasts. And it's supposed to be every woman for themselves.
Yes, but you may need to take into consideration here that since making the jump to AEW, Saraya has not wrestled all that much.
Very true.
Now, this match, by the way, came about after Hikaru Shida defeated Toni Storm at the beginning of August to win the championship. Then Toni Storm issued her rematch clause.
Yes.
Then on the 9th of August, there was a championship match between Hikaru Shida and Anna Jay, where the winner would go into All In as the champion. Then Saraya defeated Sky Blue to qualify for the match, and Dr. Britt Baker defeated the Bunny. Next, we have a tag team coffin match. And before you get too confused, a coffin match is more commonly referred to these days as a casket match. One of the specialities of a certain Lord of Darkness.
Oh, yes.
As Darby Allin and Sting will take on Isaiah Swerve Scott,
Copyright.
Swerve Strickland, and his new partner, Christian Cage. And we say
Yes, no, originally.
yeah, we say new.
Yeah.
We say new because this match was originally going to be a team of Swerve Scott and AR Fox.
But that changed on the Wednesday edition of Dynamite.
And after the loss, AR Fox was booted out of the team.
Yes. Now, whether that will come back and bite Isaiah Swerve Strickland, that remains to be seen.
Now, hopefully, that wasn't done due to add to the rumours of someone else turning up at All In.
But again, that remains to be seen. We will find out tomorrow night at the time of this recording.
On sticking to the theme of tag team matches, we have a 6-man tag team match.
Oh, yes.
With the Golden Elite of
Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and Hangman Adam Page
will take on the team of
Takumi Takeshita and the Bullet Club Gold of Juice Robinson and Jay White.
Then we move on to a Stadium Stampede match in which Eddie Kingston, along with Orange Cassidy,
the current AEW International Champion,
Intercontinental,
copyright,
along with the best friends of Chuck Taylor and Trent Baker, and
Penta El Zero Miedo
will face the Blackpool Combat Club team of Dean Ambrose,
copyright,
John Moxley, Cesaro,
again, copyright,
Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, along with Santana and Ortiz.
Who recently returned on this past Wednesday episode of Dynamite.
Now, this was originally going to be 6-on-6, but due to Rey Fenix needing to pull out from one team due to residency issues in the States, they changed it to 5-on-5.
And Rey Fenix was pulled out of the match.
In another home country match, Will Ospreay will take on Le Champion of Chris Jericho.
In a match that they were supposed to have at the Tokyo Dome in 2021, but that was stopped because of COVID-19.
Now, 2 of the next 3 matches are going to be slightly confusing, but we'll try to.
Bear with us.
So, we all know that CM Punk has been causing a little bit of problems in AEW backstage.
Hasn't he just?
Especially back at All Out when he was stripped of the championship following a backstage altercation. But now they seem to be going with the theory, or Punk is going with the idea that he never lost the championship. So he is going around with a championship with a X sprayed on it in almost WCW style tag team, or group I should say, claiming to be the real world champion.
Well, have we seen this before? Oh, I know.
So now, CM Punk will defend this quote-unquote real world championship against Samoa Joe.
Now, whether that will be a smart decision from CM Punk, who's not known for doing smart decisions anyway, remains to be seen. Our next match is going to be for the Ring of Honor well, should I say not Ring of Honor, the AEW World Trios Championship as the House of Black
of Malachi Black, aka Alistair Black,
copyright,
Buddy Murphy.
who recently got engaged, so congrats.
Not going to do a copyright for that.
No, but we can say congrats.
I did say Buddy Murphy and not Buddy Matthews.
Again, copyright, but we'll do that for a bit laugh. But anyway.
Or should I say Buddy Ripley?
Yep, definitely copyright there.
Along with Brody King, will defend the AEW Six-Man Tag Team Championship, or as they call it, the Trios Championship, which is the same thing, against Billy Gunn and the Acclaimed of Anthony Bowens and Max Caster.
And obviously these issues have been going since AEW Collision, which you can watch on Saturdays, folks.
And then, remember how we said that in the pre-show MJF and Adam Cole would be teaming up for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship?
Well, things are about to get even more interesting.
They will also, and likely in the main event, face each other for the AEW World Championship.
Yes, and obviously they've been teasing quite a few tension between the pair of them.
Which probably means that in the pre-show match, likely MJF is going to stab Adam Cole in the back.
In what probably be the most obvious portrayal in wrestling history at this point.
Now, who wins this match, we don't know. And at some point, the winner of this match is going to face CM Punk or whoever that person is, the real world champion, to end this nonsense.
And become what we reckon will be the undisputed AEW World Champion.
Don't you mean the undisputed Universal Champion?
So let's run you through the AEW All In card one more time.
On the buy-in / pre-show, the Aussie Open of Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher defend the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships against MJF and Adam Cole.
Jack Perry will defend his AEW FTW title against Hook.
FTR defend the AEW World Tag Team Championships against the Young Bucks.
Akira Shida will defend her AEW Women's World title against Toni Storm, Saraya, and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Darby Allin and Sting face Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage in a coffin match.
And then we'll have a 6-man tag team match as the team of the Golden Elite of Kenta Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and Hangman Adam Page will take on Tanui Takeshita and the Bullet of Gold of Juice Robinson and Jay White.
In a Stadium Stampede match, Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy, Best Friends of Chuck Taylor and Trent Baker, along with Penta El Zero Media, take on the Blackpool Combat Club of John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and Santana Ortiz.
Will Ospreay will take on Chris Jericho in a one-on-one match.
CM Punk defends the quote-unquote real World Championship against Samoa Joe.
The House of Black will put their AEW World Trios title on the line, and Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King will put their titles on the line against Billy Gunn and the Acclaimed.
And MJF will defend the AEW World Championship against Adam Cole.
So that does it for our AEW All In pre-show.
AEW All In takes place at the time of this recording tomorrow night from Wembley Stadium in the capital of England, London.
Join us next week as we bring you our reactions to AEW All In. But we do have a special program lined up for tomorrow, so stay tuned.
Until then, he's been
Sean Smith, and he's been
these songs, and we will see you next week, and maybe even you'll hear our voices tomorrow.
Maybe, yeah. So, see you then.